quite amazing seeing all this here, and I want to congratulate you all for such an enormous effort that you must have made to have got that change to occur. But as you can tell, you know, I mean, somebody said to me at lunchtime, it's like a lot of lights shining down on the street, but they're not joined up. So we see a whole myriad of these little lights all dotting across the landscape, but there's no cohesiveness in the whole thing. And so, you know, when I opened the conference, and now we've heard George's presentation as well, I mean, there seems to be a way through this. And the only way through is through collaboration and joining forces. So I think we can say we are on that process, and that's fabulous, thanks to the collaborative. The second, though, is to, you know, start beginning to pool our collections and so on, to generate the sort of numbers that we're going to need to do these approaches. And that's already been partly done, but it's got quite a bit of a way to go there. And I genuinely feel that if we actually got the best scientists in the land, like George and others together, with the people who are researching this across Europe, and maybe the world, who've got these collections, who've used well-phenotyped patients, then this will give us a resource to do something that would transform this condition. And I don't think there's any option, personally. I think that has to happen. And we can wait till next year, the year after, the year after, the year after, and keep going along the line. I don't think we're going to go anywhere with it until we bite the bullet and do it properly. And I think the time has come now to try and take on that challenge. I called it the Grand Challenge. And to see how we can best deliver on that. Because it's going to cost some money, but as George says, there's a lot of resource out there already which we can utilise. But we're going to need a tremendous collaborative spirit to do this, otherwise it's not going to happen. And I think the numbers you were talking about, George, you know, 8,000, 10,000, that sort of thing, I think are gettable in this disease. They definitely are around the world. People have, you know, got collections that they can pool and help do this. So I think this is doable, and I would like to finish the conference really by saying, look, when we meet next year, which may be in Southampton if I can swing it, then I want to be able to say we're doing this, we've started this. And we've had the Wellcome Trust here, we've had the Medical Research Council here, we've had Arthritis Research UK here, we've had NHR here, and they've all been listening to what's been going on. And so we can't say now that actually, you know, we aren't in a position to go forward to those funders with a very high quality, very high fidelity proposal based on some of the exciting possibilities that George talked about, that will actually just transform this completely. And I think the United Kingdom can lead on this because of the way we work with the clinical basic science collaborative network. But I think we're probably going to need quite a lot of help from outside, from Australia, from Norway, from other countries. And we should make this a real effort. So I'm going to close it now. There are no answers, but I think this is the great challenge, and I think I'd like everyone to think about it. Certainly, I've already talked with our friends at the Wellcome Trust and at the NRC, and they're both up for this. So that's really good. And I would like to suggest that we bring a handful of really high-quality scientists together in the spring of next year when we've had time to reflect on this and start seeing how we can actually deliver this challenge. And I think if we can do this, this will become one of the most exciting fields of medical research for many years. So I'm going to stop there, and thank you again, George, for helping light our lights. I want to thank you all for a wonderful conference. It has been magnificent. But there are two people who have made it very special, of course. First of all, was our friend Sonia here, and we've got some flowers for you. I know you've got to take them back in the plane, but you put them in your handbag. And of course, there's Julia, who has been so kind in hosting us here in Newcastle. And I'd just like to say a big thank you to you both for a truly Newcastle emblems on those posters. I saw a few of them and I heard a few talks. So I hope you'll come next year. October the 12th and 13th are the days we've got. I've raised your expectation now for next year, so I don't want to let you down. But I'm going to need your help, so we will be in touch and let's see what we can do. But again, I hope you have a safe journey home. I hope you've enjoyed the conference, and I look forward to a terrific year ahead. Thank you very much. Don't forget your suitcases.
And please leave your badges, because they're quite expensive.
Listen, see, we're already saving the thing by the badges. I'm going to auction them.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Oh, really? Well, I've got good friends in there. Yeah.
Charles, hello. Did you catch me on the way out to get their badges?
It's alright, I've got a name.
I'll just take a picture. Oh, you are nice.
We didn't get to chat, but maybe when I come over to Jennifer, I think that was another one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.